Hi everyone, so the Season 27 PTR is live, as you might have seen already from my other upload, and there is actually a lot of hype, it seems, from a lot of people that have never played PTRs, and I want to give you a bit of like a pointer of how to progress, especially if you're alone and you don't get like a power level. You might be very slow to reach level 70 and actually get your testing going. So some tips that I can give you. First of all, when you start out, you don't have the challenge rift like you usually do on a fresh season start. So you have to do everything from scratch and you have no gold, no materials. You can't upgrade your blacksmith and all that stuff. So what you want to do is you start a level 1 character and just go on basically hard or normal difficulty, depending on if it goes really easily. And you try to complete 2 or 3 rifts to get 50 blood shards. So when you kill the Rift Guardians, you get a bunch of Blood Shards, and even on normal difficulty, you get like 20 or something like that. And then you have this PTR vendor where you can buy these bags, and they all cost 50 Blood Shards here. So the number 1 priority here is the Bag of Fortune. This is the first one you're gonna buy. This one gives you lots of crafting materials, so you can start upgrading your blacksmith, you can start cubing items, etc. So you see here there's bounty mats, there's flawless royal gems, there's like a Runner's gift. You also get all the items that were changed in this PTR. So in case of the wizard, you get like DMO and Harasha here and stuff like that. On Barb, you don't get anything. So you can also use those other classes to open more bags for more materials and have an easier time looting everything. There's also a bunch of keys. So everything you need is there. Obviously, if you do this on non-season, you won't get the new seasonal crucible material here. So you have to do this on seasonal. So this is already the first and most important step, reaching the 50 blood shards. Now you have a much easier time. You can go to the blacksmith, you can upgrade them. If you don't have enough gold, you can sell a few of those gems to the vendor. And then you have enough gold to do that. And you can, like a season start with Challenge Rift, you can start upgrading a few items, stick them in the cube. So you have to go get the cube. And then you can probably already go way higher difficulty and do another rift, and you get 50 blood shards again. And now the second priority that you want to reach when you have your next 50 blood shards is the legendary gem pack. So this one gives you level 25 gems of every single type. So they're all pre-leveled a little bit at least. That includes a gem of ease. So you can use the gem of ease, use the Runner's gift that you've gotten previously from the Bag of Fortune, and then you have a level 70 weapon that you can use to just blast everything on Torment 6, similar to how you try to craft a low-level weapon at the season start. There's also a bunch of other stuff like Whisper of Atonement. One really important one is the Legacy of Dreams. This one actually comes pre-level to 99, so you can also use that and just try to get like a Socket ring or something, or an amulet. Stick it in there, and then you have another really nice damage boost, and you can try to maybe find some legendary items, potentially craft some from a blacksmith or so, and on your way to 70 you have a much easier time just staying on Torment 6 and annihilating everything with a level 70 weapon. So at this point you can probably just do like more rifts on Torment 6, just blast through them, and you're gonna be fine. And then with the Gem of Ease, it should not really take many rifts, so in maybe like half an hour or so you can probably reach level 70 from scratch without getting any boosts and anything. Depends obviously a little bit on the class you're playing, so some classes are just very slow. It also depends a bit on the RNG, so maybe your first rift is like super long, super empty, but other people might get like 2 conduits in their first rift, which just speeds it up by multiple minutes. So there can obviously be those cases, but in general, once you reach level 70, you're basically set up. All you have to do is, like a few rifts, then get a bunch of blood shards, and you can buy all the packs. And then you can get your weapon pack, you can get your offhand pack, your armor pack. It has like a bunch of items for every class. So the items that are not included in those packs, you have to craft yourself from the blacksmith and the cube, and then you can use them. So there are actually some pretty core items that are missing in those packs for some classes. Just be aware of that. One neat trick that you can use for Season 27 PTR in particular is that those Angelic Crucibles that transform your items into Sanctified actually salvage into Bloodshots sometimes. So I don't know exactly the chances of this, but if you just like get a bunch of legendaries and you just like make them all sanctified items and then you salvage them, you can get similar to those ethereals, like keys. Here you can get souls. And apparently sometimes you also get blood shards, like here, 128. So you might actually be able to just like use this Angelic Crucible on like random items, and you don't actually have to run more rifts, and you can do this even faster. So you just have to get those 50 blood shards from like 2-3 rifts, or maybe a blood shard goblin right at the start, and then you can just basically perpetually get everything you need. But in general, this order of priority that I described, with Bag of Fortune first, then the legendary gem pack, and then basically the other stuff, will apply anyway. So even with like the limited amount of blood shards you can get, you want to go exactly that route. That's it for this video. So instead of like slowly dragging your way to level 70, even with this XP buff, that can take a while if you don't do this properly. So make sure you get those bags, make sure you get those blood shards, and you have a way easier time to get started on PTR. I wish you happy testing. Hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more Diablo content, and I'll see you guys next time.